Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode of a Sumerian Science Guide to Civ 6, and we're going to be taking a look at how to achieve the fastest science victory. Not the best science victory, but one that can achieve you about 140 turns, 100 to 150, 160 turns when in the science tree. Well, first of all, if you'd like to check out the actual playthrough, the link is going to be in the description and at the end of this video. So hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, I'll have the playthrough going through and you can see step by step exactly what I'm doing and what you can do to improve your game in Civ 6. So let's get into it. In the early game, you're going to be starting with the first city. You're going to probably want to throw it onto a luxury tile, have a little bit of income going for the very start of the game. Then you'll probably want to build yourself a builder or a scout, depending on the situation. Having either a scout to scout out your territory, find a couple cities, or you could drop a builder down to get, a couple buildings down, probably improving a couple of your tiles, especially to boost your craftsmanship. Now, the next step is to get the actual inspiration for craftsmanship, which is going to be to improve 3 of your tiles inside your capital city. Whether it be capital or your second city, it does not matter. But by that time, you're probably only going to have 1 city. Next, you're going to be finishing your settler. By the time you're going to be finishing your settler, you should be getting your craftsmanship up already. By that time, you should already be sometimes you're lucky and you get that pantheon up for that settler, and in that case, you won't really have to care about it. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the Agogi policy. It's a very handy policy. You'll see me use it in the playthrough. I recommend you go check it out. Then the next step is to build 3 slingers, about 1 to 2 warriors. You're going to be preparing for an early war, especially at around turn 30, when the AI begins to build up its holy districts and begins to start religions. You want to get those out of the way as fast as you can. Probably getting rid of your enemies' holy districts is gonna be the best bet. It's a good idea. Getting those missionaries and other things, just get it out of the way. Just push it off. You're probably gonna be selling your luxuries now to your AIs. You're probably gonna find them by now. Hopefully, you're gonna find them. You're gonna be selling them for a couple of gold coins just to get your builders up. They're very, very handy. Now, you're going to be researching some military tradition. Finish it up right after you're done with the slingers and the warriors. See, this is why I'm telling you this, because right after you're done your slingers and warriors, your 3 slingers and 2 warriors, you're going to have your war carts going, and you want to get a lot of war carts. In the playthrough, I don't do that because I feel that my military is superior to all my other enemies, but honestly, I will fix it up in the second episode. In the capital in the second city, yep. Now, this is when you're going to be making those war carts, is when you're going to be switching to the maneuver policy, because that's going to give you extra 50%, I believe, protection towards those cavalry units. First you're running down the 50% builder units for the Agogi policy, and then 50%, and then you're going to be running down the 50% up to the cavalry, which is beautiful. Follow along. This is going to be worth it. Then you conquer your first city. Your first city or your first civilization. Amazing. That is when you're going to be hitting up those civilizations around you. You're going to get rid of those holy sites. You're going to be bringing them into your own city. It's great because by turn 30, your enemies will not be settling yet. In about turn 35, they might pop out a settler, and that's when you can attack them. Grab the settler, grab their main city, get that civ out of the way, and you have an extra holy site. Amazing start. Just saying. Then you're going to boost your research towards your early empire for your colonization. You're going to want to colonize real quick. I mean, not that quick, but eventually you're going to be throwing out those settlers like you're going to be throwing out, lollies to little kids. I really hope you're not doing that, but let's continue. Then, after you're done your settlers, you're going to be making 8 settlers. Around 8 settlers, you're going to want 8 cities. I mean, not 8 cities, but a lot of cities, a hell of a lot of cities. Then you're going to be dropping down that political philosophy. Then you're going to be going for the classical republic. You might want to go for oligarchy, especially when you have troubles with your early wars. You might want to get that boost for your military, and sometimes switching to oligarchy for a couple of turns is not a bad idea. After all, you could obviously change your government type. I don't do that in a playthrough. I go straight to classical republic, and you're going to see that. Okay. Then you're going to go through your policies. You're going to have urban planning. After you get your classical republic, you're going to get urban planning, which is going to get +1 production to all cities, 30% for your builders, and 50% extra production to your settlers. And you're going to keep that for a little while. You're going to need that for when you're building those settlers in the 3rd and 4th city, and you're going to have an enjoyable playthrough. Okay, now that we're getting into mid to late game setup, we're going to be dropping down the excuse me, all your cities, except for the 1st and 2nd one that have high production, you're going to be dropping those monuments down. It's going to give you a cultural boost, amazing for the strategy that I'm showing you guys today. You'll probably see me do that in the playthrough. You're going to try and reach Merchant Republic as fast as possible. That's going to give you some extra tiles to play with. Then you're going to try and reach the Merchant Republic as fast as possible. It's going to give you boost towards your policies, and it's absolutely beautiful, right? So once you get that Merchant Republic down, well, obviously, going up to the Merchant Republic, you're going to have to hard research games and recreation alongside civil service and exploration. Those you're going to have to hard research, meaning that sadly you're going to have to do it without any inspiration. Any Eureka moments? Not Eureka moments. What are they called? God damn it. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The extra boost for your policies. Now, what you're going to do is for the first 2 cities, you're going to pre-place your campuses, right? Listen, pre-placing means you don't actually build them. You're going to wait for the feudalism. So you're going to pre-place those campuses, and then you're going to be pre-placing commercial hubs in the next 2 cities. Once you've done that, you're going to have to make an entertainment district for your Colosseum, probably somewhere in the center of your cities, where it doesn't get attacked, blah blah blah. Waiting for that feudalism, because you're going to have to time your Colosseum alongside feudalism, alongside your campuses and your commercial hubs. You're going to have to time it so that you finish your campuses and you finish your commercial hubs right as the feudalism era hits. Make sure you time your stirrups, which is the cavalry, I suppose, research with feudalism as well. So you're going to be timing your research, you're going to be timing 4 of your districts, and you're going to be timing the Colosseum inside your entertainment district that's already been built. All with feudalism. Make sure, alongside those 5 things, you will also be preparing a huge wave of builders for feudalism era, where you're going to be chopping. You're going to be chopping everything. All the woods, everything's just going to be gone. Whew, gone, right? This is the best part. So you're going to be chopping down. You're going to be chopping the Colosseum, which you've prepared for your feudalism era. You're going to be chopping your pyramids, which is going to take about 2 to 3 chops. Of course, chopping means cutting down forests, cutting down anything that gives you production inside your city. Let's say you settle your city in the middle of the woods. That is perfect for chopping, because then you're going to have, you're just going to drop one builder in, you're going to start chopping those builders inside the builder, and you're going to be reproducing builders as fast as possible. And this is going to speed up, your builder amount. Also, let me tell you, to make a huge wave of builders, you might want to save your level, your one build builders. Listen to me, one build builders. So what's going to happen is you're basically going to kind of like put it into a little piggy bank of builders, and you're going to just throw those little one build builders away into the piggy bank instead of using them up, because then you're going to have a big substantial amount of builders to play with when you're chopping. So let's get back to the chopping. Colosseum, pyramids, and monuments. If you haven't built your monuments yet, this is the time to finish them up. Your 3 commercial districts, your campuses, and then once you have done your campuses, that is when you're chopping traders. You're going to spend most of the chopping on traders, as much traders as you can. Now, you're going to stop after that, and I'll talk about it in a minute, where you go into chopping for your space district, because by that time you're gonna be saving those traders. You're gonna be chopping up until that point, and then you're gonna be chopping for the space colonies. Right. For the rest of the stuff that I didn't talk about is the spaceports and the Big Ben. Your capital city is going to be the Big Ben city. That is where you're going to build the Big Ben. You're going to have to research the tech Big Ben as fast as possible, and the spaceports. These are the things you're going to be working towards. You're going to want to have scientists, which are going to be, sometimes you can help yourself by getting the Divine Spark Pantheon, and sometimes you're going to be able to get it through, having a lot of those campus districts. And as long as you get those scientists, they're going to be able to throw in all those Eureka moments for all those medieval era Eurekas and other things that you might want. Do not spend your scientists before you get those easy, those easy boosts for your Eureka moments. God, I mean, I've done that before, where you just throw in your scientists and you use it up for a really, really ridiculous reason, like building a niter farm for your rifling. Man, it sucks when your scientist gets the Eureka moment that you're about to get, and it's not a good idea to get it then. You're gonna have to wait like one more turn, and you're just like, hey, I got this Eureka moment, and now I'm actually getting my scientist to produce something good. It's handy. So, getting into the war, you're going to have to start a war at about turn 30. You're going to be warring with everybody, let's say 1 or 2 different civilizations, up to about turn 100, and then you're probably going to stop, because that is when you're going to be, ready to, people are going to have walls, and you're going to play around with that, and everybody's going to be too far ahead. And only maybe if you want to get rid of an annoying religion that's really pissing you off. Let's say you didn't get rid of that religion at the very start. You got the holy site, but you didn't kill the religion. There's another religion that's really annoying, and there was 2 civilizations that were going for religion. Knock them out. If it's annoying you and they're going close to a victory, knock them out. It happens. You gotta get rid of your enemies sometimes. Now, okay. With all the boosts from your commercial districts that you've chopped, you will be getting a lot of money now. And because you're going to be getting a lot of money, your war cards that you've made at the very beginning, now they're going to be upgraded into knights. And those knights are going to be super helpful in that late game, because they get extra bonus attack, they get that movement speed, I believe. I can't remember right now. It's very handy. Okay, so for your Pantheon, this is the very end. There's no more after this. This is the whole setup to get you to your space era. That's all that really matters. Religious settlements, you're gonna be throwing that Pantheon down only if if you want to get that settler. If you want a little bit of an earlier start with the settlers, I would sometimes go for it, sometimes I don't. In the playthrough though, I do go for it, so I recommend you guys check that out. Divine Spark, getting scientist points quicker, great scientist points, amazing. Probably the thing you want to go for. Unfortunately, I did not go for that in the playthrough, but I would highly recommend getting them. Now, when it comes to city-states, I would recommend going for Bologna and making yourself the suzerain of Bologna. As so, Bologna, Stockholm, the same thing. Why is it the same thing? Because there's the Storm DLC and there's the other DLCs. And the Storm DLC changes Stockholm into Bologna. The name changes, but I suppose it's the same thing. They give you +1 great scientist points, and that can be very helpful. Getting 2 scientist points now, and probably 4 scientist points from the 4 scientist points altogether from your policies is very, very handy. Now, okay, and Rise and Fall, basically the DLC itself only allows that great scientist point extra to be active after your campuses have an active library. Annoying, but it can be done in your playthrough. That's going to leave you with, around 150, 160 if you do this right. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Crossmex or Crossmex, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to use this strategy in your playthroughs. Feel free to use it with your friends. It works to about... it doesn't work on Deity, but I believe it does work on Immortal. So I hope you guys have a good laugh with it, have a good time, and see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and see you guys in my playthrough, if you're willing to watch it. Enjoy.